Hello everybody, welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic. I'd like to remind you that I hate, and for good reasons, we are playing Brotherhood of Shadows right now. Mod, extra content to Knights of the Old Republic. I've brought some friends with me for this quest, and they won't be staying here for long and won't be very necessary. That's one thing. The other thing is that we've pretty much been to every planet and left every planet, so there is a clip of us leaving it, although it might not be too clear, because I'm talking over some. But that's out there, and I'm saying that because I'm gonna be skipping those cutscenes so that we get things going a bit faster. Also, I won't have to deal with patching up little flashes of whatever frame being saved or something. It's weird. I don't know why does that happen. Where are we going? We're on Tatooine and we've got a quest to be favored for the Rodian. On Tatooine, the information and then inform him that Ryan no longer wishes to deliver him the item. Where is he? Try cantinas maybe? I don't know. Might as well have been trying every building that we're passing. I was kinda hoping for him to be somewhere further down the line. We're gonna have to check it anyway. Check every building. We're looking for a new guy. Hopefully it'll be specifically different. This one plays that, this one does nothing. This isn't Drexel. You can't even talk to this dude. So, not this place. No. So talking about RPGs, I'd like to cross-pollinate you to go over and watch Black Mesa playthrough that I'm running, in case you are not, because recently, in the episode I've done, I was talking about RPGs, D&D specifically. Yes, Julie joined my group and he's quite mysterious, but we're also quite uncaring, so we're not gonna be talking to him. Yeah, I decided to ignore him, as usual. Not here, he's not here. Cross-pollinate you to Black Mesa, where recently, relative to this episode, I talked about D&D and how I'm very displeased and dissatisfied and feel like an idiot because I can't provide challenge to my players with the tools that I'm given, with the monsters that I'm given, and I'm giving that because the module is written by the publishers. So it's not my custom, my handmade story. And it's still kind of a personal thing. Can't quite phrase it right now. Not too well. He's not here either. She's all about racing. They're all about racing. This is the place for race. Yeah, the white race. So I'm kind of taking it as a personal affront. I'm very disappointed with myself, so I'm not enjoying it too much. But there they are. That's pretty new. Right, so saving here and seeing what's going on. Let's see. Oh, there's also an exchange thug over here. Oh, and over here as well. Wow, since we're already and there as well, and there, and droids. They all die, but it's interesting. That's pretty clever. That's challenging actually, because they're all over the place. That's one thing. They might not be in range for force powers. Second, they are droids, so they won't be affected by insanity, crowd control, even stasis field. So that's one thing. The other, it might not be a boss, but the important thing is right now we're level 17. So if you were just so happen to be following similar path to mine, you'd be around level 17. I don't know, because this is a side quest, so I don't know how many levels we'll be able to get from here. So the kind of idea of how far we can push ourselves or get ourselves through before reaching the final boss, and if we would reach the maximum level before we fight Malak at the end, is not quite resolved, whether it would be plausible without this mod. But unfortunately that's something that you would have to experience on your own. One way or another, the really important thing is, let's see, force powers, and that doesn't say which one we would need. So we need 18th level for this force storm, and I don't know what level, probably 18 as well, we would need for the circle of death. So when it comes to that, at 18th level you'd be able to get one of those, and this is, both are relatively good, but when it comes to damage, force storm, I'm sure that's definitely within our range of possibility if we weren't doing any side quests like this entire mod. So definitely would be able to reach one of the most powerful, most demanding force powers in the game. Well deserved as well. So got a save, talked about that a bunch. Yeah, kind of a challenge kind of disappears here, but we've got tricks up our sleeves, and you'd be able to handle yourself as well, relatively well, right? So let's see what happens. Damon Drexel, face similar to mine, very similar to mine, very much of the Jesus face, with the Jesus hair. Well, it's the Jesus avatar is more of a KotOR 2 thing, but this is the canon. This is pretty much the canon. This is pretty much the only guy that everyone plays. Damon, my burner. What's up? Go away. I have neither the time nor the patience to indulge you. Yes, and like I said, we're immediately having a guy who's speaking to us in Huttese, even though he's human. So he should know common. Well, we'll be talking to him in common. So either he's got this universal translator in his ear or something, or he knows common but he never bothered to use it. You know, obviously it's a development issue. They didn't have actors and conditions and microphones to record every line for everyone in common, so they just picked the alien gibberish. I wonder if that gibberish actually stands for something, because those alien languages are actually conlangs that are developed to some degree, so I'm wondering whether that would matter. Well, I'm just curious whether it means something. So, you must be Damon Drexel. Neither do I have the time or patience to deal with your attitude, Damon Drexel. Then I will leave you be. Well, you're already at the side quest. Why would you decline it right now? Maybe this is the last planet you decided to visit, and you would like to do the rest of the things first. Possibly. But anyway, you have to approach this guy, and why? Well, because I'm thinking there will be Dark Jedi here trying to fight you, but I guess that depends on your level and stage of main quest. Maybe later on they would not show up here? Well, they probably should, because they show up on every planet to pose some challenge to you. Yeah, well, we're not getting threatened by some guy who can't speak English. Neither do I have the time or patience to deal with your attitude, Damon Drexel. How do you know that name? Are you a part of surveillance team? I am here on behalf of the Rhodian Drix Kelut. I am attending this meeting in his place. I have known that the Rhodian was a fool, but not that he was also a coward. It seems his new captain has become soft on his crew, and weakness has formed where there was once strength. He has his reasons, I assure you. Yeah, the cowardice, really. Then this topic is no longer worthy of our discussion. Shall we move on to more pressing matters? I assume that the Rhodian has informed you of the situation. He is to relinquish to me the item of great importance that I was scheduled to deliver to an associate of mine whilst I was still the Orion's captain. It is a simple transaction, nothing more. So again, we've got pretty much two examples. One was the length of the fucking screen, the other is now of the dialogue being very long for one line, without any cuts or divisions for more sentences to give you more time to familiarize yourself with the text. I'm well aware of the details. Then our business is now concluded. The Orion will deliver the merchandise to the agreed location, and I will deposit a generous sum of credits into the Orion's Narshada bank accounts. Yes, and I'm still kind of rushing it, because it's a long line and you never know when the aliens will stop speaking. That won't be happening. The Orion has decided that they would rather keep the merchandise than hand it over to the exchange, or the exchange are scum, and the crew members of the Orion no longer associate themselves with scum. The deal is off. Well, we're not... you know, as a criminal organizations, it's often just posed as an... what would it be? Not so much a villain, as an antagonist in many stories, because, you know, they're gangsters, they're evil, they're huts, swindlers, smugglers, gang that wants money. So that's bad, of course. But we said that's my kind of organization, so we're gonna have to be consistent and go with one. So like I said, that won't be happening. The Orion has decided that they would rather keep the merchandise than hand it over to the exchange. Then I can only assume that the Orion's captain has at last discovered the true nature of the merchandise he carries on his ship. I see now why Drix Kaleut was afraid to confront me. But ultimately it is of no consequence. He cannot hide from me forever. Where is Drix Kaleut? Well, why would we tell him? Is he offering any rewards? Drix Kaleut is safe, Drix Kaleut is secure. That is all you need to know. That's a strange repeat. Like you said, our business is concluded, it's time for me to depart. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's not offering any rewards, not really any threats either, so we're done here. Like you said, our business is concluded. It is time for me to depart. Then you leave me little choice. Men, attack! Well, we can't stun all of them, but we definitely can stun most of them. And Damon Drexel, very powerful and very important man, will now be fucking stomped into the ground. Hopefully, considering the things. Let's go with 2. Oh, of course, he's immune. Of course he's immune. Well, then you leave me little choice. Where would we stand? He's stunned. They should be, you know, since you're already here, you might as well just be dishing out damage. I can't stun droids still, but I can stun him. I can whirlwind him, actually. And then do what? Use force powers? And then stun a droid, maybe? I've got destroy droids. That would be useful. Alright. Is this a new track? Because that sounds refreshing. Right. Right. Here would be good enough. Oh, he's immune, right. Droids are gone. He's still shooting, but not with his best attack. Of course not. Did he save? Do it again. He's clearly back in action. And then... well, force powers again, I guess. So the droids are gone. Maybe stun him too? That'll be easier on HK. Not like he needs much help anyway. And you were immune to the thing. Alright, we can still lightning him a little bit. Right, there we go. So you were immune to stuns, but will you be immune to being choked to death like a little bitch? No, that's a no. So, what about you? You're the weaker guy in here as well. You aren't just the Rodian's replacements, you're a damn Jedi! This hasn't turned out as I had expected. There's only death for me here. You definitely look like you're at the death's door, but not because you're limping or anything or holding your side. You're still attacking me here. That's disappointing. I'm gonna need to drain you a little bit because I'm low on health, that's one thing. What's the other? Oh, right, I think I went to my audio options and I lowered the sensitivity of my microphone, but I'm seeing the audio, again, graph to be quite peaky again. So, how did that happen again? Are they still alive? No, he's dead. Alright. 500. Oh, he's running away. He's just running away. That's mega gay. And one more will be done. Well, I don't get to heal off of him then. Yeah, what a cunt. He just ran away. He was supposed to be being dead. And again, it's a situation when he just is, well, how should I say it? We cannot stop him. He's just taken away from us. And he just runs away scot-free, is able to. We're getting a lot of credits here, don't we? Yeah, we do. Mandalorian blasters. Are those any good, actually? Vibro double blade, right. So the Mandalorian blasters, would they be better than what HK is having? We're having Mandalorian heavy blasters. Heavy pistols. So, nothing here? Blaster pistol? Mandalorian blaster. No, it's not better. Okay. So that's done. Cool. He ran away. Well, what do we do now? Go back to... what's his name? Licks? Kaleut. One way or another, his last name is Kaleut for Odin. After you informed Demon Drexel of the Orion's refusal to give him the merchandise and following your own refusal to give him the location of Kaleut, he attacked you, as Kaleut had feared. When the tide of the battle began to turn against Demon Drexel, the control over your character and the ability to engage in battle with anyone has been taken away from you, and he ran away. He fled the scene, leaving you to defeat what remained of his henchmen. You should return to Kaleut on Korriban and inform him of what has transpired. Very well. So, with what happened to me as a game master and my enjoyment of the game, the best I can give credit for, or benefit of the doubt when it comes to other GMs or DMs, is that they might try to give other players a challenge, and if the players are capable and they stomp over the challenge, it might be disappointing to them, disheartening maybe a little, because I would hope they would try as well. But that's one thing. However, it's that the challenge rating isn't the most accurate way of judging whether something would be a challenge for the player or not, or for the players, for the entire group, but it's some sort of a guideline. And the general principle in D&D, at least 5, is that whoever has the most actions, the side that has the most actions wins, because they can do more. So, like, this is the basic thing that, if you're wondering whether you should DM the game in 5th edition, most specifically, you should remember, it's not about how tough one enemy is, it's about how many enemies you can chuck at your party. That's the challenge. If they do more attacks and if they have more actions to do, they'll be more successful than your party. So overwhelm them with numbers, really, rather than with powerful creatures that have legendary actions, like 3 legendary actions that they can take in their turn. So it's essentially like 4 characters with 1 health bar against a party of 5. You don't want that. Put up 2, put up 4 but weaker, put up 7, 11. That's more actions, that's more better. And they can be off challenge on their own as well, as opposed to just weak, because they should be balanced somehow. We're going to Korriban. So the some sort of benefit of the doubt is, and I'm gonna tell you once we depart. Oh yes, and how I feared, we have more space combat because we are being looked for now by Malak, technically. I would expect the game masters to be trying to challenge players. And when we're stomping them, when I'm stomping them, then they might feel bad about it. And I definitely felt bad about missing out on those important details that certain characteristics the creatures had that I should have used against the party. And later on I remembered, and that would have changed how the battle went. That's definite. But I was not happy with that, and I knew that I made a mistake. However, I feel other people being, you know, fucking dumb, pull up some important big evil, well, powerful more like. It's not important that it's evil or not. Important big powerful creature, thinking, oh, they'll have a challenge with that, and they barely have any actions. That's one thing. There's only one of them. That's the second. And the third, they don't know how to play it. Like, I had a person who didn't know how to use legendary actions, and they thought they have 3 legendary actions per battle, not per round, even though it specifically says at the description of legendary actions, it says legendary actions. This creature has them, and it works that they can use once or 1 point of 4, right, at the end of every turn, every other character's turn, and it regenerates every round. And they just never bother to read that. They don't read their abilities, they don't read their immunities, they don't read their fucking legendary actions or legendary resistances. They don't know how to use them. So I find that the more challenging and more interesting battles, to me, would be the ones not with more powerful creatures, but with maybe weaker creatures, but when you at least know how to use them, right? So it's not about that you're gonna chuck a dragon at us and it's gonna be so cool because the players are gonna will get to play against the dragon, will fight a dragon. Isn't that epic? No, it's not when you don't know what to do with it and you just stand on the ground, don't use resiliences, don't use like two actions, and then you're done. Stop dying, air. Stop dying, air. And there's nothing coming from it, right? It's just a big health pool and maybe large AC to beat, but no threat from it. When you don't know how to use it, just pull up something more basic and put up more of it, or just like ask one of your best players, ask one of your most trusted players, and ask them, hey, let's have a combat, and then you'll tell me what I'm doing wrong. And we're gonna read the things out loud. Maybe metagaming or not, I don't know. Maybe we'll play. Even though, dude, I don't care. Go be old somewhere else. You were complaining about me approaching you in the first place. Fuck you. So that's my thoughts. I don't think. Yeah, learn how to play. Learn how to play stronger creatures. Learn to play more weaker creatures than stronger creatures. That's more challenging. So, since we're back on Korban, we're gonna talk to Drix, and that's probably gonna be the end for the episode today. Drix, so we had an issue. You have returned, Torik. Have you met with Damon Drexel? As you requested, I have met with Damon Drexel. I haven't met with Damon Drexel yet. Well, obviously, yeah. Yeah. You have? What happened? Well, naturally, he was angered by your decision to cancel the deal. He attacked me. I defended myself. We spoke, we fought, and I emerged victorious. Well, I feel like how I presented the first option, even though this one is like, you know, more... what would be the word? Dismissive. So though being dismissive is also insulting to the other party, the first one is worded better. Then the meeting has turned out as I had feared. I was right to seek your help. What has happened to Damon Drexel? You have killed him, yes? Yes, only then the ability of me killing him was denied, and he ran away. Again, fanfic within fanfic, headcanon within headcanon. We killed him then and there, because we just could have. The story ends here, probably. I don't remember how the story keeps going, but if he's that important and he gets anything going and sets anything in motion, we stopped it right here. So theoretically we would have been off to the rest of the story if it involves anything. So Damon Drexel still lives. He escaped. He fled like a coward as I slaughtered his henchmen. Even in defeat, Demon Drexel will not give up. He will still devote his efforts and the entirety of his resources to claiming the merchandise for himself. He was always stubborn, even as captain. Well, right, yeah. Once in position of power, he was always one way or another. Yeah, well, you know, it's a position of power. People say power corrupts. It more like reveals. So he might just not have had an opportunity to being stubborn. But then again, it's not like something you really need to hide. You really need power to exercise being stubborn. So I wouldn't go back into his time as a captain to specifically show how stubborn he can be. If you're stubborn, you're being stubborn all the time. It's not something you require power for. Then I wish you luck. I'm sure you will need it. That isn't my problem. I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. Here's the reward as promised. Again, I thank you for your help, Torik. I see now it was wise to enlist you. Which is why I must ask of you another favor. In your absence, I discussed the situation with my captain, and he is very interested in enlisting your aid for what now is a very important venture. It is too dangerous for me to linger here. You must visit the Anchorhead Cantina on the planet of Tatooine and seek out a Bith named Ponda Khtiba. He will tell you everything. Yeah, well, so, like I said, bouncing from planet to planet. We'll see each other next time on Tatooine already, so, cause, like we did last time. Thank you, and I will consider your offer. Nice try, but I'm not doing any more of your dirty work. So, do we get to decline? Or is it like, well, if you disagree, but maybe consider it and we'll see each other then? I'm gonna go with 2, I've gotta say. Nice try, but I'm not doing any more of your dirty work. Please, Torik, it is of great importance that you speak with Ponda Khtiba. I hope we meet... Oh well, that was an abrupt cut, so I'm gonna take a liberty of just reading it to you from here. With Ponda Khtiba. I hope we meet again, yes? So yeah, it is sort of that thing. So, complete the quests, quest item, complete the quests, a favor from a Rodian. You have completed Drix Kaliut's favor, and he has rewarded you accordingly. Before leaving Korban, Drix mentioned that the Orion's captain is interested in enlisting your aid for what, according to the Rodian, is a very important venture. Exact same words. To find out more information, you have been told to speak with another of the Orion's crew, a Bith named Ponda Khtiba in the Anchorhead Cantina on Tatooine. Why is Drix on Korban and Ponda on Tatooine? Ponda was already on Tatooine. Could have been, right? To talk with the guy or recruit us there. One thing. Second, it's the Orion crew. Do they all have their own ships to fly around wherever? They're the crew of the Orion. They should all be on Orion in one place, like on Korban. Maybe Ponda maybe should have been on Korban as well, because you know you're on a right. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, comment, rate, subscribe, watch, share, and if you don't like the content on my channel, it's entirely your fault.